And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Did you recognize that voice right on top of the debate title sequence? I wish I could give you guesses, but the problem is the voice is so absolutely recognizable. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is the new title sequence. And the alap to Super Primetime Max, the debate with Arnab, is none other than the voice of the great and legendary Shankar Mahadevan. And I'm proud to say, ladies and gentlemen, these three individuals are lending their voices to my program. We obviously have Kamal Haasan, who's been with us for so long on the debate. Now we have Shankar Mahadevan lending his voice and lending his wonderful music. We have the great legendary actor Madhavan, who I'm proud to call a friend, and what a great nationalist he is. We're so proud of him. And the voice over decades, the one and only Rini Khanna. All of them lending their voice to Super Primetime Max, the debate with Arnab. Thank you. Thank you to Shankar. Thank you to Kamal Haasan sir. Thank you to Madhavan, my friend. And thank you to the wonderful Rini Khanna. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Super Primetime Max. We're changing the format of the debate a little bit to get you more one-on-ones, to get you more conversations, chat. Back of the book features, exclusives and breaking news, besides, of course, the debate. And now it's time for the nation's sharpest opinion tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, on the nation's sharpest opinion, this story I'm starting with tonight is not just that of another Congress leader or a Congress spokesperson walking out, because truth be told, Congress spokespersons walking out of the party doesn't make a good headline anymore, given the fact there's one every second evening. But the story of Radhika Khera is different. Radhika Khera, in case you've not seen her on television, which is rare, was the main media coordinator for the Congress party till yesterday. She says that she was victimized beyond belief, ladies and gentlemen, beyond measure, and beyond what any human being can accept. She tells the story of how she, in such a senior position in the Congress party, was locked up in a room and forced to drink alcohol with some vile senior Congress leaders who were punishing her, you know, for what? She says she was being punished and penalized for being a Ram Bhakt, for going to the Ram Mandir in Ayodhya. And she says that when she went complaining to the top Congress leaders, including Priyanka Vadra, Rahul Gandhi, and all of them, they did absolutely nothing. Viewers, I'm bringing her into my studio tonight because her story is gut-wrenching, and if true, it raises some serious questions about whether there is strong religious prejudice within the Congress party. I will keep it brief in the introduction because she's joining me live tonight in the studio, and I want you to decide for yourself whether you believe what she's saying. But before that, here is how the Prime Minister picked up on this case in the course of the campaign trail.
आंध्र प्रदेश विकास और विरासत की धरती है। यहां की पहचान एनटीआर गारू से होती है। एनटीआर गारू ने भगवान राम का चरित्र जन जन तक पहुंचाया था। अब बीजेपी ने भव्य राम मंदिर का 500 साल पुराना सपना पूरा किया है, लेकिन तुष्टीकरण में डूबी कांग्रेस ने अयोध्या में राम मंदिर का बायकॉट कर दिया। कांग्रेस का कोई नेता अगर भक्ति भाव से राम मंदिर चला जाता है तो उसे पार्टी से निकाल दिया जाता है। साथियों, 13 मई को आपको आंध्र प्रदेश के भविष्य के लिए मतदान करना है। इस बार आंध्र प्रदेश के पास मोदी की गारंटी भी है और चंद्रबाबू जी का नेतृत्व भी है और हमारे पवन कल्याण जी का विश्वास भी है।
You heard the Prime Minister there, ladies and gentlemen. With me in the studio is now what I call a former Congress media coordinator, Radhika Khera. Radhika, thank you for coming. I know that we spoke earlier, but that was on a live link, and I thought that given the kind of trending impact of this story and what you're revealing, that many people would like a warmer, deeper conversation face to face. So thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. So Radhika, let's let's go to the clear issue out here. You're saying that you have been victimized in terrible ways for being a Ram Bhakt.
Yeah.
What would you like to start with? How you were victimized, or how it started with your going to the Bhavya Ram Mandir? When
You know, it started with when the Murti Sthapna took place.
Okay.
That is when I had a Sundarkand part in my house, and there was a big celebration, family and friends, and I put that out on social media, and the entire thing that was taking place at my house, and I really appreciated the entire fact, and I was always against the party condemning and not going for the inauguration. Fine, you don't want to go, you should go the next day. I
Yeah.
was always in favor that
Yeah, sure.
you should always visit. You should not
Yeah.
be a political, you know, just for your during election,
Yeah.
you want to go to Mandir. That should not be the case. And if you really are a Shiv Bhakt, you would always
Why
go
not?
to
Why
Ramji's
not?
Mandir.
True.
So that time when I put in my reels, I put in my pictures, I was really, you know, pulled up by my communication department.
pulled up?
By my communication department, and they asked me to take off those pictures.
Which communication department led by whom?
The communication department, which I am a coordinator.
Who's the head?
Jairam Ramesh ji.
Jairam Ramesh pulled you up for putting.
My department told me that I should be less Hindu. I am very aggressively advocating Hinduism on my debates.
Jairam Ramesh told you that?
The department told me that. It was
Who? I mean, who in the department? Jairam Ramesh.
the coordinators. Obviously, on it was Jairam Ramesh's words. Why would the coordinator?
quoted
otherwise-
Jairam Ramesh.
Yeah. Why else would the coordinator ask me to be less Hindu?
Which
Why
coordinator?
Would he, just regular people who coordinate con debate pe jayega just for the phone calls.
They told you to
don't-
be less Hindu.
Yes, they said that you're always too Hindu. You're very aggressively taking a stand on Hinduism. And I always took a stand. I would never go on a debate which was anti-Hindu.
Okay.
And I was always against the stand that the party took that we don't join debates on Ram Mandir.
Yeah.
And I was always asking and requesting, in fact, the
Yeah.
party should highlight the fact that Rajiv Gandhi ji was the one who opened the gates
Yeah.
of the Man temple. But I was always asked to keep quiet.
So they
and not
told
go
you,
there.
why have you put out your pictures on the social media? You should not be
The
so
real-
Hindu.
Yeah, because
What did they want you to
no,
be?
why am I celebrating the entire thing? Because it's a Bharatiya Janata Party event.
Okay.
You know, so
And then what happened?
then I was asked to take that off, but I didn't. I did not succumb to the pressure, and I was stopped being sent on debates.
They stopped you. They stopped sending you on debates.
Yeah,
because,
regularly, if I
because
would
they
go-
felt you were too Hindu.
Yeah, that I was told always
Okay.
that I'm too Hindu, and you
What
know,
should
even
you be? More Christian, more Muslim, more
I should-
Parsi when you're not?
Exactly. I mean, when you talk about being secular and you talk about Samvidhan ke Rakshak, the Samvidhan talks about being secular and allowing me to practice my religion and being allowed to take it forward.
Now tell me about the punishment. How did they punish you? How did
Like,
things
I was
go
not
downward
given
after that?
tasks. I was not, you know, if every time there was something, I was kept out of it. And as a media coordinator, my roles were reduced.
Okay.
And then after that, when I visited the Ram Mandir and I paid my respects, I took my mother over there. I came back actually, you know, se kehte na tan man Ram mein hoke वापस आई. It was an experience that I cannot put in words. I still get goosebumps when I think about the 20 minutes that I got to spend at the Ram Mandir. It was a beautiful place, and I can't, you know, put it in words, that experience of visiting there. And then I again put out pictures. I put up pictures and videos of saying Jai Shri Ram. Again, I was pulled up. And each time I was pulled up, I was also accused of being in contact with the Bharatiya Janata Party. So if I would wear an orange color suit to the Congress office, "Acha, tum log BJP mein ja rahi ho." This is what the office bearers would say of the communication department. If I would go to Ram Mandir, 100%. You know, even today there was this person who was in Priyanka Gandhiji's team in the Rajiv Gandhi Foundation, which was running from right next to the Indian Youth Congress office. So his name is Suresh ji. He, you know, even went on to Twitter to say this. He said, "Oh, you know, when I heard you talk about the Ram Mandir in Chandigarh, I was very sure you were in touch with the Bharatiya Janata Party." So if you talk about the Ram Mandir, you are in touch with Bharatiya Janata Party. If you wear orange clothes, you're in touch with Bharatiya Janata Party. If you pray to Lord Ram, you're in touch with Bharatiya Janata Party. If I'm a Hindu, then I'm in touch with Bharatiya Janata Party. If I cannot, I don't understand what this obsession
So if you go to
is.
church, you're secular for the Congress.
Yes, if I go to church, I'm secular.
If you go to a mosque, Jama Masjid, you're secular.
Yes, but if I go and pay my respects to Ram Lalla, then I am.
Is it really true? I mean, it's like
I
that.
used to
It's
think
bad.
that.
I mean, like, you know, I also got that sense, and a lot of people say that, you know, this Congress party has forgotten that the most profound Hindu was Mahatma Gandhi.
Yeah, exactly.
But I don't know what happened after Sonia Gandhi took over.
every time I would get this from family and friends that तुम्हारी party Hindu विरोधी है, Ram विरोधी है, I would just laugh it off and I was like, नहीं, it's not possible. In 22 years, that's not possible. I would never believe it because I come from a party and an ideology I have followed for 22 years where, like you said, Mahatma Gandhi ji was our tallest leader, and हर Congress की सभा started with Raghupati Raghav Rajaram. So that party being against Ramji is, and when I witnessed it for the first hand experience that I had, writing that letter, banning going to the entire event. If it's an event, you should have gone the next day. Fine, you don't want to go for the event. And I still don't see any harm in going for the event. So what?
Do you think you have a problem with Hinduism? It's tough being a Hindu. But before I go into...
It's tough being a Hindu in the Congress.
It's a tough being a Hindu in the Congress?
Yes. It's, I think, वो कहते हैं ना श्राप है अगर आप हिंदू हो कांग्रेस में अगर आप.
But you have to say that basically you have to try and deny your Hinduism.
You have to keep your religion hidden if you're a Hindu. See, it's a known
what
fact.
happens? Or
It's a
else
known
what?
fact, whether it's the state Congress offices or the Congress office, we always celebrated Eid, we always celebrated Ramzan, but we never celebrated Diwali. And I've seen this, when I was in the Indian Youth Congress as a national secretary, I paid my own money to put up lights in the Indian Youth Congress office on Diwali. And I got the entire office decorated.
Who is anti-Hindu? Rahul, Priyanka,
Everyone,
Sonia?
nobody. Even when I was in Delhi Pradesh Congress Committee office, even then I put up all the lights and everything. And I was like, when we celebrate Ramzan, why cannot we celebrate Diwali? Diwali is celebrated.
Why not?
So I saw that, but I used to ignore it. I said maybe they don't want to celebrate any, but I used to keep on ignoring it. Ki nahi, it's just a.
No, viewers, this is when the story begins to turn. Now here comes the ghastly part of the story. Radhika said today, and I thought it was brave of her, she said that there was one day when, all of this started after she went to the Ram Mandir, after she put up a Jai Shri Ram flag on the door of her house. And then she says on one day it became so bad, and if you don't mind my sharing a little bit of detail with it, she said some people in the Congress told her, you must drink with us, you must have some
They
alcohol.
offered me, they called me.
They offered you?
Yeah, they came to my room, they offered me, they called me continuously. Ma'am, madam, आपको कोई भी brand चाहिए आप मुझे बता दीजिए, आपके कमरे में बिल्कुल चुपचाप आ जाएगा, and any snacks that you want with it, कुछ साथ में चाहिए हो, हमारा लड़का लेने जा रहा है सामान आपके लिए भी ले आएगा. Then the other chairman called me कि आप बताइए बिल्कुल आपकी privacy maintain होगी, आप फिक्र मत करिए, मैं आपका भाई हूँ. I don't know which भाई in their सभ्यता in Chhattisgarh offers alcohol.
Senior Congress leaders?
The state chairman, media chairman and his senior spokespersons. This was in Korba when we were at the Yatra, staying in the hotel.
During this Bharat Jodo Yatra?
Yeah, at night. So we would stop at the hotel.
So during the Bharat Jodo Yatra, there was the serial harassment of a senior lady Congress leader, and now she will tell you herself what happened. Tell me about the day tell our viewers about the day when you were locked up, the night when you were locked up in the room by 3 men.
So,
and these are the ghastly stories that none of the YouTubers covering the Bharat Jodo Yatra will share. Yes, please, go on.
So this happened during the Bharat Jodo Yatra, and I raised this with Sachin Pilot ji, with Rahul Gandhi ji's team, with Jairam Ramesh ji, who was continuously at the Yatra, and I raised this with the state president Deepak Baid ji, and everyone just ignored it. So eventually, after a couple of days when no action was taken, and my first thing was that the Bharat Jodo Nyaya Yatra should not be a failure, and we should look at the larger picture and work on that, and maybe we can sort this out later, because I managed to handle it. I kept my door locked. That nothing happened. Then I went back to Delhi, and I came back after a month or so after I went to the Ram Mandir. And after that, 6 or 7 days after I went to the Ram Mandir, I came back to Raipur, and I was working for the past 1 month, and I had been continuously picking up this issue that the state media chairman is working against the party. It's very strange that people are, when we are fighting an election, and it's a very, you have to see the person that you're fighting the election against. Modi ji is huge, and fighting against him and going against, and that man Sushil Anand Shukla was going against the party, ensuring that the party didn't get media coverage, and I continuously picked that up. So one day I went to his room to inform him about Pawanji's visit, and it was around 6 in the evening, and I spoke to him and I said, this is the schedule, and he started screaming and shouting at me. And he said that he's going to resign the next day when Pawanji is here. Why? Because I coordinated with some media houses that for Pawanji for a cup of tea to just have a conversation. And then he started screaming and he hurled such abuses. Arnab, I've been in student politics. I started politics at the age of 17, and at college it's a time when I think youngsters know the maximum number of abuses, but I have never heard those kind of abuses in my entire life. They were horrible, and I'm standing there, he's sitting on the table and he's abusing me. He has his finger out like that and continuously abusing me. And then when I told him that, you know, I'm your in charge, I'm a woman, you should not be abusing me, it's not like that. And he again started abusing me, and he started telling me to get out of the Congress office. And in Hindi, "Bahar nikal," and you know, all that. You could have to see his face. It was like a demon, actually. So I screamed and I asked for the staff that was sitting outside, "Ki please go call the General Secretary organization to come and help and interfere." But no one got up. When I asked for help, that man just made a signal, and there were 2 other men sitting in that room. They went to the door and locked the door from inside. So I was there, and there were 3 men in the room, and the door was locked from inside. For about a minute and a half, the door was locked. And that is when, I don't remember which of the 2 men locked the door from inside. But that 1.5 minutes was probably the longest minute of my life till now. I have never experienced anything like that. For us, the Congress office is a sacred place. It's equivalent to a temple. That is, like your studio is your temple. The Congress office is our temple. We leave our house, our family, stay there for months on our own expense. For what? Basic respect. And then just because, you know, I can't even put it in words, that experience. And I was so scared. I didn't know what to do. After about, I don't know how long that, I think that was the longest minute of my life. I picked up my phone and I had the recording on, and I told him, "You're live on Facebook." That is when they backed off a little, but those 2 men continued to guard the door. And I had to literally push them because they were a little scared, thinking that everything is live and my camera was on. And I pushed them, I opened the door, I ran screaming. My BPM was on 154. And I thought I would faint or fall. I don't know how I reached down. I think that period from the first floor to the time I reached the General Secretary's office, I go blank. How I reached, I don't know. And I was crying over there, and someone made a video which went viral online. And I called up every leader, from Sachin Pilot ji to Jairam ji, to Bhupesh Baghel ji, to Pawan Kheda ji. And it's been 7 days today, Arnab. No action, no show cause notice.
Did you pick it up with Priyanka, Rahul? Sonia?
Yes, I wrote to Rahul Gandhi ji, to Priyanka Gandhi ji. Rahul Gandhi ji's PA wrote back to me and said that I should pick it up with Jairam ji. And I had already picked it up with Jairam ji. So when I messaged Jairam ji at 1:54, 1:30 at night, he read the message at about 7 a.m. and he called me around 12 or 1 because I had already started tweeting. And the call only came because I had picked it up on social media. And he called me, and I missed the call because I was at the doctor. I had to go to the doctor again and again. And I called him back after 20 minutes, he didn't take my call. Then no calls from him again. Then I tweeted again when Priyanka Gandhi ji came to Chhattisgarh. I tweeted because I had messaged her office, I had messaged Sandeep saying no response. So since I was one of the 200 odd people she followed on Twitter, so I put it out on Twitter requesting her that since she's coming to Maryada Purushottam Shri Ram's Nanihal, and she talks about Ladki Hu Lad Sakti Hu, and her own Bhupesh Baghel is shilling that man, she should at least talk about Nyay. There was no response.
What link does all this have to your going to the Ram temple? Let's pick it up there, because you said this entire issue, the way you've been treated in the Congress and now you've quit the Congress, is because you said you were a proud Hindu and you were not hesitant about it. You didn't
See,
pull
the
back.
party refused to talk to me, engage with me, because they were upset with me on this issue. They were continuously upset that I was going to, and this just happened 20 days, I went to the Ram Mandir just 20-25 days before this whole incident happened. And they were continuously pulling me up, and I used to keep saying, and they said, no, you know, for everything, just check. If you check out my entire record, for 1 month, I was kept off debates immediately after I went to the Ram Mandir.
Yes.
And the only time they did send me out aggressively was when Gaurav Vallabh ji and Rohan Gupta ji went and left the party. And I was told that since you have been to the Ram Mandir, you will go and counter them aggressively, saying that कि देखो मैं तो राम मंदिर होके आई और मुझे किसी ने नहीं रोका. And I had to do that, for which now the Congress party is again trolling me. God help them. But I was asked that at that time I was an asset to them. Otherwise, I was literally like, they say na, achhoot, because मैं राम मंदिर. And continuously I was told, you know, कि bas karo, ab aur Hindu nahi. And which is why otherwise there's no other problem in the party that I had. They could not pull me up because of my work.
You're saying that being a Hindu, you don't have career progression in the Congress?
Absolutely not. You know, there's no career progress, and if you tell people that you're a Hindu, tab to bilkul hi nahi. Unless or if you pretend that you do not follow your religion, or you're not a very cutter Hindu, or even if you don't go to the temple, then yes, you are the best. But the day you start going to the temple or you pray to Lord Ram, Ram ji se to khas दुश्मनी है. मतलब राम जी का नाम लेके लाल हो जाते हैं.
किसकी दुश्मनी है?
राहुल गांधी जी की, प्रियंका गांधी जी की, जयराम रमेश जी की. That is why that letter came out, right? It had to have the approval of Rahul Gandhi ji and Priyanka Gandhi ji. Mallikarjun Kharge ji is just a mere puppet. He does
but
what
they
Rahul
go to
ji
mandirs,
says.
they do all the temple hopping.
They have the temple run during elections. How can otherwise, Arnab, tell me, how can a person who's a Shiv Bhakt ignore Lord Ram? शिव जी ने खुद राम जी की पूजा करी थी जब उनसे मिले थे, और दोनों ने एक दूसरे की पूजा करी थी. Anyone who is a Shiv Bhakt will always pray to Ram ji. And anyone who's a Ram Bhakt will always pray to Shiv ji.
Now, there are many reasons why people have quit the Congress party recently, but I must say yours is the most remarkable. I've set up a debate. We have someone from the BJP and someone pro-Congress also joining the debate. It's a versus format that we're introducing tonight, ladies and gentlemen. 1 versus 1. My understanding with Radhika is she does not want to be on the debate, but I don't want you to go away either, because I want you to look at how we are looking at the issue.
I would definitely like to come in if I see something wrong being done.
Yeah, you are free to defend yourself.
Thank you.
I'm going to start with Lokesh Jindal. He's a pro-Congress. He's from the Congress, a pro-Congress political analyst who comes on our program. Lokesh, hi. I'm sure you're not going to support what has happened, you know, leaving one of the most talented young leaders of your party who's been your, so influential as a former Congress party media coordinator. I'm sure you're not going to leave her defenseless. I think it's terrible. Gaurav Bhatia also lined up right now. Gaurav, hi, audio check with you on my new format tonight. Gaurav, welcome to Super Prime Time Max this evening. Okay, I'm doing audio check on the screen. Let's put Gaurav up. Okay, we're going to start with Lokesh. I mean, shame on the Congress party to do this to Radhika. I mean, to have a senior leader of your party targeted for saying she's a proud Hindu, they didn't touch her, but they were sexually intimidating her. It is nothing less than extreme sexual harassment. And it speaks very poorly of your party's leadership as well.
There are certain questions I have.
Louder,
the
please.
first question that I have is, just before the Pran Pratishtha, she must be aware that Ajay Rai, Avinash Pandey ji, and various congressmen, they had taken a dip in the Sarayu River, and they had offered their prayers. Nobody had opposed that. They were not condemned. On what basis? In fact, I know dozens and dozens of leaders, hundreds of Congress leaders, who had gone and offered their prayers. The idea was against politicization of the issue. But nowhere did we have any of the party issuing any form of a resolution or any form of a notice or some form of a declaration against it. So I do not know, madam, on what basis are you saying that a person who had gone to the temple was called as less anti-Congress, or you were required to be less Hindu? This is something I find it really hard to believe. Secondly, if, as you say, that you underwent some mistreatment, why didn't you resign then? Why this timing? If I were at your place, and if I would have felt any such form of a mistreatment, I would right away, at that very moment itself, resign. Anyway, I would not put any personal comment. I respect whatever is your feelings and your decision. But madam, with respect to your claim of anti-Hindu or less Hindu and all, and just because you wanted to go to the temple and you were targeted, is something very difficult to believe. In fact,
sure. Okay, so she's been listening on to you. She's emoting as you're speaking. I must also tell you that you are by questioning what she is saying rather than responding to it with some empathy, that you are further scratching on her scars even before they
No,
are healed.
absolutely not.
You are.
Absolutely
You are.
not.
I'm used to it now, and
You
up
are.
for the past
You're-
10
you're-
days.
You're used to it.
For the past 8 days, this is what I have received from the Congress party, so it's nothing new. If they were so sensitive, it's been 8 days. You know, while I was walking up to the studio in your lift, I was talking to, there were 3 girls who
Yes.
were escorting me up, and I said, you know, it's so nice to see women all around over here. How is the working? And she said that, you know, when you started the channel, Arnab ji went and said, boss said that, I am going to ensure if any sort of harassment or anything happens, I'm going to immediately sack you and ensure that you are sent to jail. And I was like, you're lucky. You have that kind of environment. I worked for a party for 22 years. At 17, at the age of 17, I started working for this party. And today, when I asked for nyay, you talk. Rahul Gandhi ji wrote a letter 2 days back, Arnab, and talking about कि हमारी नैतिक जिम्मेदारी है कर्नाटक के बारे में बात करना. नैतिक जिम्मेदारी इधर बैठी है जो 22 साल आपका को अपना तन मन धन से काम करी अपना. I have not done anything else 22 years. I've only worked for the party. I don't have any other profession.
I understand.
And the party.
I would like to,
Zimmedari?
because the Prime Minister picked this up today, I would like to go to Gaurav Bhatia.
Yeah.
Gaurav, this is an unusual revelation that a very senior Congress spokesperson and their media coordinator Radhika Khera has been subject to such sexual intimidation, harassment and targeted attacks because she went to a Ram Mandir. She draws a link around it, and the Prime Minister also picked it up today. Yet we see Lokesh questioning the very veracity of her claims on top of the debate. Gaurav, your first response to what you've heard from both sides.
Arnab, first of all, congratulations to you and the entire Republic team, because I've been told this is a brand new studio which
Yes.
is gelling so well
Thank
with
you.
the fearless journalism that you've been doing for the last 7 years, and today is the day when you started your journey 7 years
Yes.
ago with this brilliant channel. So heartiest congratulations to you,
Thank
my
you.
friend.
Thank you, Gaurav.
And I'm deeply saddened today that this is the topic that we are discussing, and I will tell you the reasons.
Yes.
First of all, my party, Bharatiya Janata Party, teaches me, Arnab, an adversary, an opponent, needs to be respected, even if the ideologies are different. And thus, not just for Radhika Khera, also Rohan Gupta, Gaurav Vallabh, Pramod Krishna, these are all the faces that we used to counter on various television debates, sometimes very heated, sometimes, they were friendly. But I must tell you that they had tenacity, they were faithful to their party, and they were doing their job well. Now, if they are not respected, it gives out a very strong message to every citizen of the country that Congress is a party where only psychophants who are singing praises for the Gandhi Parivar can survive, and people who believe in the idea of a stronger Bharat, who are proud of themselves because they belong to the majority class, they are Hindus, will be ill-treated. And in the case of Radhika, I am disheartened also because she is a woman who has worked hard to be up on the ladder. And what is the kind of treatment she has been meted out with? And is it only relatable to the spokespersons? No. Look at Ghulam
Not at
Nabi
all,
Azad.
not at all.
Arnab, Ghulam Nabi Azad served the party for 4.5 decades. Not even given respect. Modi ji is the one, when he was giving a farewell speech for Ghulam Nabi Azad, had teary eyes. What about Jyotiraditya Scindia, a former minister? Milind Deora, a former minister.
True that.
Ashok Chauhan, a former chief minister. These people are leaving for 2 reasons, Arnab. Primarily one, because today Congress party is a rudderless ship. It is completely anti-Hindu. Anti-Hindu because the manifesto of the Congress party also says, Arnab, Bahusankhyakwad, majority ke liye koi jagah nahi hai, majority is Hindu. And Radhika went to the Ram temple, she has been also penalized. Second, where is Priyanka Vadra Gandhi? Ladki hu lad sakti hu, she coined the slogan. So that means if there are 6,310 rapes in Rajasthan, These people will not speak because they were the incumbent in Rajasthan. Radhika Khera today is not even concern of the Congress party. This clearly reveals the Sikh mindset that there is no ideology left there. It is a person-oriented party only out there to please the Gandhi Parivar, and that is why the downfall. And I would definitely say that if two spokespersons like Rohan Gupta and Gaurav Vallabh, they left the Congress party, the Bharatiya Janata Party received them with respect, and it is our gain. But every person who leaves the Congress and is committed to the Constitution is a loss for the democracy of this country.
Well, we are getting a lot of support for Radhika Khera, who is on the debate tonight. Radhika is not the first senior, very operationally involved Congress leader who is saying they've been targeted because the party is anti-Hindu. She says the party is anti-Hindu. Since I went to the Ram temple, I become an easy target. Gaurav Vallabh also, ladies and gentlemen, and that's my motion of the debate, is there an unwritten anti-Hindu bias in the Congress party that is coming out more and more and more? That's why my belief is this election is turning, because the vote is polarizing. And why is the vote polarizing? Because in the process, Lokesh, of being pro-Muslim, the Congress party and large parts of the India alliance have become anti-Sanatan, anti-Hindu. Sanjay Nirupam has questioned your stand on the Pran Pratishtha. Gaurav Vallabh flagged off the anti-Sanatan ideas. Milind Deora, bosom buddy of Rahul Gandhi, says your party has lost cultural connect due to the politics over the Ram temple issue. Pramod Krishnan says rejecting the inauguration was invitation for Pran Pratishtha was unfortunate. The lady sitting here, you cannot prove her wrong. She has a letter. Let me put it to you this way tonight. Lokesh, show me the action your party has taken. A senior leader of the Congress party locked up in a room by 3 threatening, potentially violent men, has to save herself saying this is all on Facebook Live, it's going to go on Facebook Live. They could have done anything with her. If she goes around begging, she has. And you can show me the letters later. I mean, you can prove that you send the letters.
Yes.
You can prove you send the
I have
communication.
everything on WhatsApp.
It's all on WhatsApp?
Yes, all
You got your
conversations.
WhatsApps here with senior leaders?
Yes, I have all my WhatsApp. I have all the conversations.
Your WhatsApps with whom all? With Priyanka?
I sent my WhatsApp. You cannot reach Rahul Gandhi ji and Priyanka ji. It's been 3 years. I've been trying to get an appointment like every
Who have you
Congress
reached out on WhatsApp?
To their PAs, that is Alankar Savai ji.
Okay.
There is Kaushal Vidyarthi ji and Sandeep Singh ji for Priyanka
So
ji.
the
And only one person replied.
Who?
Alankar Savai. He
Alankar
asked
said
me,
pick it up with Jairam.
Yeah.
So she can prove she has the WhatsApp's location. And your party says, okay, you're basically pro-Hindu, we don't need to respond.
They asked me to shut up.
They told
They
you
asked me to shut up, and Bhupesh Baghel ji, he said, leave Chhattisgarh. That was the response.
Leave Chhattisgarh.
Leave Chhattisgarh. Chhattisgarh chhod.
Okay.
Lokesh, now.
Now, this is one news article we had. So we had Congress leaders who had gone and taken a dip in the Saryu River and offered their prayers
See what I had to go through.
And there are
what is your point you're making to her? You tell her.
Yes, I'm just making a point, madam. Whatever is your personal issue, I will not comment over that. But
Is it a personal, is it not your issue? Gaurav, you saw the language. Whatever is your personal issue.
Wait.
I'm sorry, it's not a personal issue.
The ideology of the party is anti-Hindu is something I would object.
Let me make a
the reason
point.
being, I am a
You
practicing
to my
Hindu
friend,
myself.
Jindal.
No, how is a
Lokesh
woman,
knows,
would you
Arnab,
accept this
within
happening to any
Lokesh's
woman member of
heart,
your family?
even he
Would
is
anyone in the
aware
Gandhi
that
Vadra
if,
family accept it
spokesperson
if any
in the
female
party
member were to be
are
locked up in a room by 3
What
party
would happen
leaders,
to a panelist
offered
like him?
alcohol
Even
and
he is very
threatened?
nervous tonight,
Yeah,
but he's not
listen
showing
to
the
me,
nervousness.
Talk
And I
properly.
must tell you,
Talk
this is
properly,
not personal,
first of all.
Lokesh.
Mind
Don't you
your
think
words.
a
Mind
lady
your words.
who has
I'm not
worked hard
listening.
in the party,
Mind your
she's
words.
tried to put forward the
taking care
ideology of the
every
party in
word
front
that
of the
I'm
viewers,
speaking.
deserves an audience, deserves a redressal mechanism. She deserves a hearing, and after that, action should be taken against people who are targeting women within the party. Is she the first one? You remember Divya Spandana giving a clean chit to the social media Congress worker who had also done the same to another sister of ours. What is happening within the Congress is the point. Are these people violating the dignity of Congress workers because they feel
Respond,
that the
Lokesh.
top Gandhi leadership
Arnab
will not
Goswami,
take
first
cognizance
all,
of
you
that?
Apologize. What did
This
you
is
say
not
right now?
personal.
What did you say right now about my family and all? Choose your words carefully.
No, who are you talking to?
I am.
Who are you
I am
talking
to?
talking
Family.
you. I'm talking to you.
Who's-
No, who are you talking
about
to?
your
You
family?
probably have not
And
heard
it
what I
pinches
said.
you when
Would
your
anybody
family thing
accept
comes in the
any
picture,
such
which I'm
behavior
not.
with any
But
female
Radhika
member
is
of their
also a
family?
family.
Would anybody from the
Radhika is
Vadra
also a
Gandhi family or
family.
your family or any family accept or should accept this behavior? The lady here has been through illegal confinement. Illegal confinement because of her religious beliefs.
मैंने उसके बारे में
Is there no? Do you believe she?
That's
No.
a
How
crime
do you
under the
question
Indian Penal
her?
Code.
You know what
Arnab,
she has
it's a
been
crime
through.
under the Indian Penal Code. And no FIR.
And till today, there is no
complaint,
attempt to share
no
any
action
empathy
from
with
the
her.
Congress party.
Wait, listen to me. It's
No, 1 minute,
better
1 minute,
all
1 minute. You
maintain
all
the
of
right
no, 1
voice
minute.
of
You
words.
show me. Don't you think the Congress party owes it tonight to say that not only do we empathize, we apologize for what Radhika
Arnab,
Khera went through?
Why hasn't she filed an FIR?
Why hasn't she filed an FIR?
Please ask her. She should file an FIR.
1 minute. Okay, she's answering you.
You know, Arnab,
No, she's answering you, Lokesh. 1 minute, hold it. Yeah.
Arnab, while I was in Chhattisgarh, I waited for 7 days for the party to take action. I waited patiently, like I was asked by the party that they will, I'm promised that they will take action. 7 days, no notice has been sent to anyone. Then I did not speak to the media. I only spoke to the media after I gave in my resignation. When I went to meet the president and he
Yes.
was doing an inquiry to know what happened in the incident,
Yes.
the question that he asked me was, "Tum sharab piti ho? Kitni
Tum?
piti ho?"
Who said this?
The state president of Chhattisgarh. Ki kitni piti ho? Because I said that I was offered alcohol. So the question that came to his mind was, do I drink?
These are the inside stories of the Congress party,
And-
ladies and gentlemen.
and when-
Ladki hu, lad sakti hu kind of statements made. This is the reality, the rot within, Lokesh. The rot within.
Arnab, listen.
And honest, you know-
listen.
This is really
Wait,
incredible.
wait,
91% of people are saying, Lokesh, that the Congress
The
party
woman-
has begun
the
to have an
woman-
unwritten anti-Hindu bias. Now,
No, listen.
I believe this
Wait,
is wrong.
First of all,
I believe this is really fundamentally wrong. I believe that this should not happen again. I believe that the party should be seen to be empathetic. Empathetic to Radhika Khera.
First, you start with anti-Hindu.
No.
And then you. the
I'm not
moment I
starting.
question
I'm
for
not
the
starting.
anti-Hindu-
It is her belief.
नहीं, तो आप
You are,
एक
you know,
मिनट-
it is her belief. I ask you, Radhika, you tell Lokesh and everyone why it is your belief. Why are you linking what happened to you inside that room
Because
with
it's
your
only
position
after-
as a Ram Bhakt?
No,
It
listen,
is only
madam,
after I went to
you
the
can
Ram
speak.
I
Mandir.
empathize with you.
Sir, I am
and
not in a
want
position
you
to
file
speak
an
over you.
FIR
1 minute.
And have the matter investigated. That's
Yeah.
the right way to move forward.
Okay, can you hear her
You
why
talk
she
about
links
this
the two?
television
Can you
channel,
hear her,
coming to the
Lokesh, why she
media.
links the
It's
two?
not going to
Should we
be
give her a hearing?
No,
Should we give her a hearing or deny her a hearing?
Are you a court?
I'm in a court of public opinion.
Are you just-
I'm a court
who
of
are
public opinion and I have been for
Who are you?
decades now.
Who are you?
And there are people who watch my program and they're asking tonight. And I say tonight your party did not give her a
All
stand.
respect,
Radhika has a right to be heard.
File an FIR.
File an FIR, easy
Go and
to
file
say
it.
that. Okay,
You know
Radhika,
what's
respond.
the-
I will answer that.
Arnab,
Let-
can I respond to that? And my
Yeah.
friend Lokesh will agree with me.
Let him respond first, then we come.
Yeah. May I, Arnab?
Yeah, please.
Yes. So Arnab, first of all, I'm not aware of the facts, but as a senior advocate and she being my sister-like, I would definitely advise her to file a complaint because there are two parts of it. One is that it is a criminal offense under the Indian Penal Code. A woman has been confined against her wishes within the Congress headquarters. It's a serious criminal offense. But second, the Congress as a party also should ensure that there are regulations in place. Like it is apparent that Supreme Court has also in the Vishakha case said that no woman can be subjected to sexual harassment. And here a national office bearer was subjected to sexual harassment or confinement. What has the Congress party done? Dignity of a woman is equal for all. Dignity is not, the
Yeah,
luxury
Ujjwala
that
also.
only the Gandhi Parivar will afford and other ladies working in the Congress. They are not entitled to dignity. And that is why I am asking, what has Sonia Gandhi, Priyanka Vadra, Kharge ji done so
Okay,
far?
we'll take a break.
That is the question
Okay.
viewers are asking.
Okay. I
Every
have-
citizen
I have-
wants
I have
to
very
know.
little time on
Please
this.
answer.
Lokesh, before you want to just make your point 10 seconds responding to Gaurav, then I shall close with Radhika.
Yes. Yes, I think every woman, the moment she gets such an experience or she feels intimidated like this, must right away go and file a complaint in the police station as well as lodge an FIR. That's the right thing to do. And with respect to whatever claims you are saying about the party being anti-Hindu,
Congress
that
has
is
absolutely
absolute
no
rubbish. I do not believe it
responsibility
at
of the
all.
Congress party.
And whatever
That
you
is
are
You are
personally
choosing to
going to,
disbelieve. You are choosing to disbelieve Radhika because it's not convenient to you tonight.
No,
That's
no,
also
no.
your
It's
choice.
because-
But I would
it's
like you
because-
to at least hear her. She wants to say something, and I shall just give her the last word now. Radhika, where do you go now from here?
I will obviously take legal action. I am
You
not
will.
going to leave it at this. I gave my party the opportunity, the chance to actually walk the talk. When they talk about Nari Nyay, the 5 Nyayas, my Nari Nyay is one of them. And I'm sitting right here waiting for my party to take a stand. A simple show cause notice would have shown that they are serious about giving me Nyay. That is the first basic thing that happens at a workplace. But there is nothing like that happening here. And I'm not the first person, Arnab,
Yeah.
who was locked up inside the Congress office. Archana Gautam was bashed up at the Congress headquarters in Delhi.
Yes, yes.
So it is a continuous
Okay.
process, and again
I-
by goons sent by Priyanka Gandhi ji.
I think that from what I gather tonight, viewers, Radhika Khera, I'm meeting you personally face to face for the first time, is a tough lady. She's not going to leave it here. Lokesh and Gaurav, both of you, for joining tonight, I thank you very much. Radhika, Godspeed with your efforts to get justice. And let's take a very quick 30-second Securite commercial break. When I'm back, viewers, we have the unflappable Ujjwal Nikam. Now, if you know, he's the man who got Sanjay Dutt punished. He's the person who sent Ajmal Kasab to the gallows, and he's being targeted for saying that Ajmal Kasab had biryani while in jail. 2024 sticky political controversy in 30 seconds.